Hey everyone, hope your day is going well. We are back with another reaction, back with Bob Dylan, Ballad of a Thin Man. He's a pretty thin man, so this might be him. I don't know. We're about to find out. This was also a request, but there was no name in the request, so thank you. I think there was a nickname, Cornish maybe? But I wanted to thank you for this request and donation and for introducing me to this song. This one, I don't think it was recommended that many times. If I recall, I have a list and I don't think that one was on it. So looking forward to it. I'm ready for whatever he's going to throw at me. No, that's a lie. I'm trying to convince myself. This is Bob Dylan. I'm never ready, but we're going to check it out nonetheless. Let's go, man.
Walk into the room with your pencil in your hand. You see somebody naked and you say, who is that man? You try so hard, but you don't understand just what you will say when you get home. Because something is happening here, but you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? You raise up your head and you ask, is this where it is? Then somebody points to you and says, it's his. And you say, what's mine? And somebody else says, well, what is? And you say, oh my God, am I here all alone? But something is happening and you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones?
Mr. Jones. There's a lot of Mr. Jones in music, right? This symbolic figure that some artists use to describe, whatever figure they want, whatever type of personality or the type of person they want to describe. And in this case, it might be, I see a guy with on this artwork, but this might just be the album artwork, but, the camera, the journalist, the critic, because in the request it was mentioned, check out the 1965 press conference, I believe San Francisco, but I mentioned in a few videos ago that I was watching this, so I have watched it, so this almost reminds me of that. I don't know if this was before or after, but yeah, the way he answered some of those so dry sometimes, and mocking, and you could hear that little laugh when he was singing, you try so hard but you don't understand. You hear that little laugh, that little sarcasm in there. I like that. So you walk into the room with your pencil in your hand, so you're gonna just write down the answers that I give you, but you won't understand them, not truly. You won't understand me. You won't understand what it is, what art is. If you're a critic critiquing me, that's easy, but you won't understand what it is to create, to put yourself out there, vulnerable, naked. You see somebody naked, who's that man? You won't understand it truly. You're out of touch, because that is amplified in the next stanza. Is this where it is? It is. Just like Mr. Jones is, it doesn't have any self-awareness almost, I think. Yo. Oh. This dude was on a whole nother level, yo. Wow. He was on another level. It's just like this I don't give a F type stuff. That was the attitude in that press conference, in his music. And that's when you make the best things, when you're not worried about what people will think. We it's not easy to get to that place. That's good. And then you have to have the skills to do it as well. So, oh my God. That's it right there, man.
You hand in your ticket and you go watch the geek, who immediately walks up to you when he hears you speak and says, how does it feel to be such a freak? And you say impossible as he hands you a bone. And something is happening here, but you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? You have many contacts among the lumberjacks to get you facts when someone attacks your imagination. But nobody has any respect. Anyway, they already expect you to all give a check to tax-deductible charity organization. You've been with the professors and they've all liked your looks. With great lawyers you have discussed lepers and crooks. You've been through all of F. Scott Fitzgerald's books. You're very well read, it's well known. But something is happening here and you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones?
That is, oh man, he's on a steep ramp up, man. Wow. That don't give an F attitude, is he's just going for it. I love it. Calling that out. About the tax deductible charities, like, you lack depth, man. That is so predictable. That is virtue signaling while you're taking care of yourself, right? We all expect you to do it. So predictable. And I love that you have many contacts among the lumberjacks to get you facts when someone attacks your imagination. Ugh. But nobody has any respect anyway. I love that, because he's calling out this Mr. Jones, which represents maybe the critic, maybe the journalist, maybe even other people, they call for conventional wisdom. You don't know what it is to go beyond your imagination, to create, like I said before, to think abstractly. You got your wisdom from books, which, hey, I love books, and I consider myself, well read, but it doesn't matter if you cannot apply any of that knowledge in the real world. I love fiction. I'm mostly into fiction, but I read a lot of nonfiction as well. But if you can't do anything with it, then it's just a bunch of information sitting in your head that you can maybe quote at best, but you don't understand the material. Because you haven't lived it. You lack the empathy, you lack the imagination to immerse yourself in somebody else's shoes or to create something yourself. But the way he said that, the line, give a check to tax deductible charity organizations, like the cadence in his voice, man, that was such a punch, man. He was like, jab, jab, boom, boom, Mr. Jones. Yo, hey, man, there's so many great songs I checked out, and this is one of the. It's all right. Oh man, I can't even choose, man. I don't know. The music is so good too, right? That strumming, like that, and then he ramps it up a little bit. Oh my God.
Do you, Mr. Jones? Well, the sword swallower, he comes up to you and then he kneels. He crosses himself and then he clicks his high heels. And without further notice, he asks you how it feels. And he says, here is your throat back. Thanks for the loan. And you know something is happening, but you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? Now you see this one-eyed midget shouting the word now, and you say, for what reason? And he says, how? And you say, what does this mean? And he screams back, you're a cow. Give me some milk or else go home. And you know something's happening, but you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? Well, you walk into the room like a camel, and then you frown. You put your eyes in your pocket and your nose on the ground. There ought to be a law against you coming around. You should be made to wear earphones. 'Cause something is happening and you don't know what it is.
Wow.
Do you, Mr. Jones?
Yo. This song is fire. Tremendous. Oh my God, that was so good. And that bluesy feel to it, but also this this tempo and pace. It has a menacing feel, almost like when prisoners are like in a chain gang walking to their demise or something. It's like he was lining them up. This was an execution, man. This was, oh God. Even with the sword swallower, coming up to Mr. Jones, like almost in a fake reverence or something, and here's your throat back. Thanks for the loan. Something's happening, but you don't know what. You're out of touch. You're unaware. You should be made to make. Oh man, I'm Mr. Jones right now. You should be made to wear earphones. It falls on deaf ears anyway. And it said, hey, you're a cow. He screamed back, give me some milk or else go home. Like, at least make yourself useful, or else why are you even here? Just get the hell out of here, man. And then you walk into a room like a camel, hands in your pocket, nose to the ground. Again, looking the other way, not being aware. Man. He made some, like positively forestry, like stuff like that, calling people out, oh my God, just going for it, man. I respect that. And again, with that press conference in mind, it was just, the way he was so young too, the way that seemed to like flow off of him. Some of these questions were ridiculous. Like one of the first guy, he was like, what was he going on about an album cover? I don't know. It's been a few weeks now since I've seen it, but and then sometimes he would just give these one word answers or something, or just throw a question back and these guys would laugh. Like, you're laughing with yourself. You don't even know it. Yo, that was so cool. Many fans, you've probably seen that already, but if you haven't, please, you got to check that out. That is hilarious at times. Yo, thank you so much for introducing me to this great song. I need to go back again. Like, there's so many things there, and I would love to hear from you in the comments, from the people who've been listening to this for so long. And yeah, let me know, man. Wow. On to more Dylan, that's for sure. Thank you for being here. Peace.